Welcome to Washington. I'm Brett Baer. New labor statistics today put the debate over the administration's economic stimulus package back in focus. And while some of the numbers were better than expected, other indicators point to more trouble ahead. White House correspondent Wendell Goller has the story.
Layoffs eased and the number of people filing for jobless benefits fell last week to the lowest level in 9 months. But the number of people out of work continues to rise, and polls show nearly half the country considers the economy our most serious problem. Critics say the president's stimulus plan didn't work because it didn't keep unemployment below the 8% Mr. Obama's aides thought it would during the transition.
Since the stimulus was signed, we've lost roughly 3 million jobs, and our unemployment rate is nearing 10%. Now, Democrats are doubling down on their flawed economic policies.
In a letter to the president, Minority Leader John Boehner and other House Republicans called the doubling down the prospect of health care changes they fear will hike insurance costs and a cap-and-trade anti-pollution system they call a national energy tax. And they blame them for undermining job creation, saying, quote, employers throughout the country are watching and the job-killing policies on the horizon are causing them to freeze their planning and hiring. The White House says the stimulus package added 1 million jobs and 2 or 3% to the economy's growth. Republicans, they say, added only criticism.
I think many are anxious to see their plan for creating energy jobs and providing health insurance for those that don't have it and cutting costs for the millions that are lucky enough to have it.
Robert Gibbs said the stimulus package was a $787 billion peg that aimed to fill a $2 trillion hole in the economy. And while he denies there are plans for a second stimulus, Gibbs says the president's always looking for ways to create jobs.
We certainly are working on and looking at anything that can be done to strengthen the economy.
On this day, the president discussed job growth over lunch with the CEOs of Amazon.com, Kraft, Eastman Kodak, and Florida Power and Light. Chief of Staff Rahm Emanuel and Senior Advisor Valerie Jarrett have been holding regular dinner meetings with CEOs. Skeptics say they're not getting input from small businesses, which the Bush administration touted as the engine of job creation in this country, though some economists say small businesses have simply benefited from a wave of big business outsourcing. Politically, the president is caught by a fundamental law of recession and recovery. Unemployment continues to rise for a year or more after a recession is technically over. So even if the worst recession since the Great Depression is actually over now, and no one really thinks it is, there's still a lot of pain to come. Brett?
Wendell Goller live on the North Lawn. Wendell, thank you.